mon bébé pour moi, ma chérie, yeah, yeah. Ma chérie pour moi.
Mami, Mottanni, Mottanni, Mottanni.
There to dream, there to believe, there to think, there to work. Only then do you achieve. Mottanni signing on. You must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. You must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. Top of the afternoon from the busiest street in the Northwest region, Commercial Avenue, Bamenda. For the next 60 minutes, my goal here is to keep you going, keep that fire burning within you so you never give up on that thing, that goal that keeps you working while others are asleep. That thing that you believe deep down in your gut you can make it happen or you can make it better. I will attempt to do so with words, music, and poetry. Only on FM 98.5, Dream FM, the radio for peace and development. Man in the 1001 buttons on the panel mixer, he is the indefatigable To Clinton. And for general supervision, ladies and gentlemen, there is none other but our station boss, Real Hour Maker Power Ramp. On the MIC today, ladies and gentlemen, I remain your corporate trainer, I remain your motivational speaker, I remain your humble spoken word artist, Tani D. Awa, aka Mottanni. Top of the afternoon once more, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of Mottanni. Yes, it's been a week, and last week, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about how to make wealth, how to keep wealth, and how to make the wealth work, more wealth for you. And we talked last week on basic techniques in which you can be able to make wealth. Basic techniques in which you can be able to make wealth. And what we said last week is that if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, if you want to make more meaning, more living, and more money in this life, ladies and gentlemen, you must learn these techniques because they are universal principles that cut across every domain of life. And one of the things we said last week, if you want to be wealthy and if you want to make more meaning, more living, and more money in this life, is that you have to change your money beliefs. We gave quite some beliefs you have to change, and one of them had to do with the fact that everybody that is rich is either a thief or an embezzler or maybe a society person. We had to kill that belief last week. And also we said that, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you're working, whatever business, whatever is your source of income, if you want to make a lot of meaning, living, and money, you will have to make sure you save at least 10% of whatever you earn. You will make sure you save at least 10% of whatever you earn. That is the best way you can, that's the best thing you can do to be able to make money, to be able to make a living. You have to save that particular stuff. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue with financial literacy, financial intelligence this day, ladies and gentlemen. So, whether you are a Bayam Selam, whether you are a taxi driver, whether you are a businessman, whether you are a teacher, a student, these are lessons that will help you. We talked of the story of Neba, who, when he saw a rich man, instead of condemning the person and staying behind and throwing slangs and saying all kind of negative things about that person, he had to go close to that person to find out how to become wealthy. And gradually he became wealthy, and the story was about him teaching his friends the lessons he learned from the rich man. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to continue with some techniques you can look at. We have 7 connected techniques that you are supposed to practice in order for you to make wealth, keep the wealth, and make the wealth work more money for you. These are the techniques we are going to be looking at on this particular day on Mottanni. So stay tuned. We will visit the turntables. I will tell To Clinton, you will give us Jealousina Poor by Vogue. Yes, give us Jealousina Poor by Vogue. And when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, don't touch that dial. We are going to look at these techniques. We'll look at the first 3 today. Techniques in which you can make wealth, keep wealth, and make the wealth work for you. To Clinton, give us Vogue, Jealousina Poor.
You get your hard walk. All day you dey go for walk. Cocorico when you hear that cock. You dey jump up, wash face, go for walk. You dey walk from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Sunday. Yes so, ya bolo too strong. You dey chook skin because it go pay one day. Your money don't come. It don't start for flow like damn. You don't start for chop fine. When you finish chop, you do drink fine wine. You do stay for fine house. Big Pajero pack to for front house. You can't find clothes them. When you wear them pass, yeah, jealousy mended. That guy like we show. For who side he the go? I guess say he the O, but he checks so we don't know. The guy na machine man. He the scam na scam. He the go for pick na money so for money gram. The man any year go. He dey kill people. He don't sell his papa and his mommy buy motor. The guy na pay man. Look out with that man. Small time you go yes they don't catch the man. Make them talk. Jealousina poor. Yes. Left I made them talk. Jealousina poor. Yes. Left I made them talk. What to do? Jealousina poor. Yes. I said left I made them talk. Jealousina poor. Yes. Yeah. You be fine chap. And you get good heart. Yes. Good man can't start chat. You greet the man fast because you too smart. Wise chap. Una start for function. Every soiree una the meet up na for junction. You treat the man fine. Wash your clothes, cookie chop up the man fine. The man go air because fine girl like you too rare. No be lie. He go see her papa. She done with your mama. Tell them all the matter. Yes so your parents them agree. Your brother them agree. Even you too agree. He buy you diamond ring them. When you wear a pass, yeah, jealousy mended. That girl not even fine. He dirty like a swine. He man you plenty money, no go even make it shine. I'm sorry daddy man. The girl na aquara. He don't sleep all my picking inside a bakwa. He surely get sick. I overfeed that chick. If not be that man, I go hospital quick. The man are really fool. That girl no go school, he head block only. We want that like in a swimming pool. Make them talk. Jealous in a poor. Yes. Left I made them talk. Jealous in a poor. Yes. Left I made them talk. What to do? Jealous in a poor. Yes. I say left I made them talk. Jealous in a poor.
Thank you, Mr. Vogue. Lefa make them talk. Jealous in a poor. When you start to practice these particular principles when it comes to building wealth and making the wealth work for you, people go talk all kinds of things, but Lefa make them talk. Vogue did tell you today, say jealous in a poor. Because when you start to do these things, they don't go understand what they happen, but they go keep talking. So Lefa make them talk as you practice your principles, because you want to make wealth, you want to make a lot of living, a lot of meaning, and a lot of money in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, first technique, how do you build wealth? We have seen it already. We have seen it before. Yes, we just want to reiterate it on the program today, that if you want to build wealth, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to make a lot of money, as most of us always say, they ask somebody, what do you want to be in life? I want to make a lot of money. Yes, if you want to make a lot of money, then your actions must speak the way you're planning to be. And one of the first reasons, the first things you have to do if you want to make a lot of money is that you have to learn to pay yourself first. Learn to pay yourself first in whatever job you do. In whatever money you earn, learn to pay yourself first. What does it mean by paying yourself first? We saw it last week. It means that in whatever thing you earn, if you are just a farmer, let's say a poultry farmer, if, for example, each day you get 10 eggs from the chickens you rear, and after selling those 10 eggs, make sure you save the money for one of those eggs. After you sell the 10 eggs, make sure you save the money for one of those eggs. Then you will see that in just 10 days time, you will have saved the money for all of those 10 eggs, while also living your life and while also providing for your needs. So rule number one, and one of the most famous if you want to build wealth, is that you must learn to pay yourself first in whatever thing you do. That means save at least 10% of whatever you earn. Save at least 10% of whatever you earn. Save 1/10 of whatever you earn, or save 1/10 of whatever you earn. Whatever you earn, divide it into 10 pieces and make sure you save it. That is what you're paying yourself for. Before you buy new clothes, before you buy new shoes, before you buy food, before you take yourself out for dinner, before you take yourself out to the pool to relax, before you go out drinking with friends, make sure you have saved that 1% of whatever you earn. You have saved that 10% of whatever you earn, or that 1/10 of whatever you earn. That is the rule number one. Whether you be shoe mender, whether you be bike rider, whether you be taxi driver, whether you be buyer and seller, whether you be teacher, whether you be doctor, whether you be student, if you want to get money for future, make sure you save 1/10 of anything you earn. Divide them into 10 pieces, then keep one part. That is how you become wealthy. And remember that if you want, the more you save, the more you increase your potential to be wealthy. The more money you save, the more you increase your potential to be wealthy. Why? Because you get various amazing avenues to invest once you have the money saved somewhere. But if you do not save, when those avenues come, they say that money define money. When those avenues come where you can invest and make more profit and make the money you have been saving work more money for you, you might not have them, and in the long run you will lose that opportunity. So the more you save, the more you are potentially going to become a rich person, which will depend on what you invest on. More money comes. Remember too, once you start saving that 10% of whatever you earn, you will realize that it will be easier for you. Money will start drifting towards you. Try this. What Mottanni always says, don't believe me, try it. When you start saving that 10%, more money will start drifting towards you. But when you end up not saving that 10%, to it happen as say money go just run away from you. Money define money. Remember this very well. More money comes to those who save at least 10% of what they earn, and to him who saves not, money will avoid. To him who saves not, remember, money will avoid you. So you want get money, now your choice to make. You want get money, save 10% of anything where you earn them. Any money where you earn them, make sure any money where you get them, make sure you always save 10%. Then try now, when you don't save 10%, from there it go to grow. Remember, if your pay, you receive pay every week, if you receive 10% of your income every week, if you receive 10% of your income every week, then you will see that in just 10 days, in just 10 days, you'll say you have already saved exactly what you receive in a week. In just 10 days, you don't save exactly the amount of money where they pay you for 1 week. Then, in 20 days, you already save 2 times the money where they pay you for 1 week. Isn't that a wonderful strategy? So make sure you apply this rule if you want to be wealthy. If you have ever thought of being wealthy, if you don't ever think say you want to be some money man, so that they talk about you like the Foku, like the Tassas, like the late Pa Youngs, though they talk about you like the Jean Tassas and all those, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Jeff Bezos and all that. If you want people to talk about you because of the impact and the value and the money you have made, first things first, make sure at this tender age, whether you are still 12 years old, 15 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, it doesn't matter, make sure you save from this day at least 10% of anything that you make. Now, the question now remains this: how is it possible to save 10% of all you earn when what you earn is not enough to cater for all your needs and wants? The question that way most people will be, that's the question most people will be asking out there. Say, how it be possible? How would you save 10%? How would you save 10% for the money what they earn? With the money what they earn, not be first of all be enough for cater for me, my family, and my children, their needs and wants. How is it possible? That is the very, very, very interesting and very important question, because we all have different jobs, we all have different potentials to earn. Some of us have larger families to support, some of us earn more than others. But the truth na say, the bottom line na say, all of us want to be wealthy. Most of us have worked for a longer period of time, but we have nothing to show for it. That is the truth about it. And the truth to be na say, despite the smallness of your income, despite the smallness of the money where you make this, despite the smallness of the money where you make them, if you know be able for curb down your expenditures, so that your expenditures can only exhaust just 9/10 of what you make or 90% of what you make, those expenditures will always grow to meet up with your income. The Englishman, they ever talk say that which you call needs will always grow to equal your income unless you protest on the contrary. What does that mean? That yes, your salary is small, yes, your income small, but you have a greater future, you have a greater dream to be wealthy. So what you have to do is, after saving 1% of 10% of what you make, or 1/10 of what you make, remember, you have to control your expenditures. Control what you spend your money on. Control it. Your desires will always be many. It will always be many. And if I remember my economics knowledge, you never tell we say the man's wants are unlimited while the means of acquiring them are limited or scarce. Your desires are many, and the truth is your desires will keep growing day in, day out. Day in, day out, they will move new phone the way you will like them. Day in, day out, new style for clothes they go to come where you will like them. Day in, day out, new kind of leisures that they come where you will like for enjoy them. They go keep growing and growing and growing. And the truth is, if you just spend every money where you earn on those things, in the long run, you will be the beggar in the society. In the long run, you will not even be able to afford some of the things that come with the future. These things will always be there and they will always be increasing. Day in, day out, you will still have new types of drinks that come out. Day in, day out, you will still see the beautiful girls on the streets that you want to date. They know they don't go any place. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be wealthy, make sure you avoid these things and save at least 10% of your salary, 10% of your income, 10% of the money where you enter for your pocket every day, 10% of the amount where you work like an Okada rider, 10%. You need to do that. You need to do that. So the thing be very simple. Does your desire to be wealthy outweigh the more expensive dresses? Does your desire to be wealthy outweigh the more expensive shoes? Does it outweigh the perfumes? Does it outweigh the new iPhone that is existing now? The question that you give, ask yourself: are you willing to sacrifice today 10% of your income such that in the future you might be wealthy and purchase all the things that you desire in life? That is a question you should be able to answer now. No matter how, the truth is also that no matter how wealthy we are, ladies and gentlemen, there are limits to our time, there are limits to our strength, and there are limits to what we eat. That means no matter how rich you might be, you have limited time, you have limited strength, and you have limited stuff that you can actually eat and remain healthy. That means that you will also have to, ladies and gentlemen, you will have to be able to sacrifice some things today in order for you to get other things tomorrow. And one of those things has to do with controlling what you spend your money on. You must control what you spend your money on. You must do that. You must understand that just as wheat grow in a garden, wherever a farmer leaves space for its roots, just as wheat grow in a garden wherever a farmer leaves space for its roots, so will your desires grow whenever there is a possibility of gratifying them. Remember economics. Remember your economics knowledge. And if you not get the privilege to remember, always know, say, your wants will be unlimited, but the means of acquiring them will be limited or scarce. And even though they are limited, you must endeavor to save 10% of your income. Keep that 10% away from your wants. Keep that 10% away from your desires. Yes, keep it away from that, because you want to keep that money, amass it, and invest it, and make more money for yourself, so that you can make a lot of living, a lot of meaning, a lot of money, and a lot of impact in your community. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch my breath now. That is the second technique, the second practice, the second thing you have to be doing in order for you to be wealthy in life. Rule number 1: save at least 10%, a tenth or 1/10 of whatever you earn. Rule number 2: say control your expenditures. Control your expenditures such that your expenditures should fit 9/10 of your budget, of your income. That your expenditures should be able to exhaust 90% of your budget. Let's visit our turntables once more. We are going to get one amazing track for today. Then when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to still continue on this idea of controlling your expenditures. How do you control them? How do you make sure you are gratifying or satisfying your needs and not your wants and not your desires? Satisfy your needs so that you can be healthy, you can live a good life. To Clinton, give us another burst of music.
who joined Africa, your turn is now. They have a right to be here. They have a right to a sense of pride. Africa, let's give them Saramando, 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 Saramando. Child, please dry your tears. Mama, cry no more. Daddy, please drop your guns now. It's time to exchange those guns with our guitars. It's time to exchange those guns for medicines. Well, Mother Africa, it's our turn to look at the truth in the eyes. Let us sing Saramando, 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 Saramando. Killing our sons and daughters, nieces and nephews, uncle and aunts, daddies and mamas. We know him, but he doesn't know us. Well, our weapon should be education. The tears are gone, the glowing smiles are said. Saramando, 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 yeah. Saramando, 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 yeah. Saramando.
Enjoy Richard King's there, Saramando. There is an enemy in the courtyard killing our sons and daughters. Every day people die, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know why. Richard King's is telling us today that our weapon should be education. The tears are gone, the glowing smiles are here. Saramando, Richard King's.
Are here for tomorrow's Africa. Heroes and heroines of a new world, give them a chance to be here. See the children smile. Saramando, 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 yeah. Saramando, Saramando, yeah. Saramando, Saramando, yeah. Saramando, Saramando, yeah. Saramando, Saramando, yeah.
Thank you, Richard Kings, our own Richard Kings, the legend we have here in the northwest region of Cameroon. Richard Kings, Saramando, telling us we have to, ladies and gentlemen, learn to live as brothers. We have to learn to help each other. We have to learn to educate each other, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think because you are too educated, that means that your neighbor who has not gone to school is not as educated as you are. Because your neighbor might be so intelligent in an aspect of life that you are an illiterate. So Richard Kings is telling us this day, Saramando, there is an enemy in the courtyard, and that enemy is in our head. So ladies and gentlemen, we must learn to overcome it by living in harmony with ourselves, with our family, with our neighbors, with our immediate community. Yes, that is it. You're still on FM 98.5. The program on air is Mottanni, your motivational talk show, and we are tackling how to make wealth, how to keep wealth, and how to make that wealth work for you. Rule number 1 we have seen before. Make sure you pay yourself first in whatever you earn. Rule number 2, learn to control your expenditures. And how do you control your expenditures? Yes, how do you control your expenditures, ladies and gentlemen? If you want to control your expenditures, ladies and gentlemen, you have to, first of all, take time out to study what you spend your cash on. Study what you spend your cash on. There are some of those, when you study well, critically, what you spend your cash on, you will get to see that there are some of those things in which you spend your money on that can be reduced, and some of them can be outrightly eliminated. If you take time, study the thing them way you spend your money on, you will see and say some of the things where you spend your money on not be necessary, and you will see and say some of the things where you spend your money on, you feel actually reduce the amount of money where you spend on those things. That is it. That's how. And how do you study what you spend your money on? Just take time out in a month or in a week. Let's begin with a day. Actually, just get up on a particular day and say, okay, anything in which I spend my money on this day, I am going to write it down. Anything in which I spend my money on this day, I am going to write it down. That's what you should tell yourself. Then whatever thing you spend your money on, whether it's on transport, whether it's on feeding, whether it's on drinking, whether it's on smoking, whether it's on leisure, whether it's giving it out, whether, no matter what you spend your money on that day, write it down. Write it down. If you can't write it down because you don't want to move around with a pen, you have your Android phones, ladies and gentlemen. Most people have Android phones nowadays, and even on your Choronko, as we call it, you can always open your SMS and type out those things and save it in your phone. With the Android phone, there are so many apps you can use, but least of all, use your SMS. Go to your SMS where you go to send SMS to people. Go there. From there, you can, ladies and gentlemen, you can write out those things in which you spend your money on every day. You can write them down comfortably without having to move around with a pen. Or if you do not want to use your message, your text app, you can also download Note. There is Note on Play Store. There is also Notebook on Play Store, and there are also other apps that you can download that can help you track the way you spend your money. You have to. You don't want to move with a pen. You should be able to get apps. Definitely use your SMS. If you have a Choronko phone, you can use your SMS. Just write down the things you spend your money on a particular day. Then why not try writing it out for a week, and why not a month? You will get to see that there are some of these things in which you can actually reduce how much you spend on, and there are some of these things in which you can actually stop the money you spend on them because they are not helping you. They're not helping you grow your finances. Okay, now once you have written down that, from there you can be able to determine which of these things are actually what you need, and which of these things are actually just your desires or your wants. Write down everything also that you wish to spend your money on. Write down everything also that you wish to spend your money on. Always do these things before the money comes in, because when the money comes in, your desires will overflow to you and caution will die out. So what you have to do is write down everything in which everything you wish to spend your money on. Once you've written down everything in which you wish to spend your money on, the next thing you have to do is remember that you have to save 10%, that you have saved 10% of the income that you earn. So what do? Select the desires that are necessary and those that you can be satisfied by the remaining 90% of your income. Once you have saved the 10%, then take your list, take your pen, or take your Android phone, take the notebook on your Android phone or the note on your Android phone, take it, Write down everything you desire to spend your money on, maybe for that week, for that day, or for that month. Write them down, or type them down into your phone. Then the next thing you have to do is, after writing them down, from those things you've written down and their prices, select those in which you can satisfy without those in which you can satisfy without necessarily touching the 10% of the money that you have saved. Select those things that you can actually satisfy with just 90% of your income. Select them. Select those things in which you can satisfy with 90% of your income from your list. Once you've selected those things that you can satisfy with 90% of your income, the next thing you have to do is just take a pen and cross out those things that you will not be able to satisfy them because you don't have the money, because you have saved 10% and the things cannot be covered in the 90% of your income. Just cross them out. Cross them and do not regret it, because you are planning for your future. Cross them like desires that cannot be satisfied at the moment. Do not regret it, and ladies and gentlemen, cross them out. Once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, you will see that in the long run, we are not saying that you should not enjoy yourself. We are not saying that you should not enjoy yourself. You should not enjoy the pleasures of life. We are not saying that you should not get a good watch. We are not saying that you should not get a good phone. But if that phone can conveniently fit into the 90% of your income, fine. If that good clothes, that good dress can fit into the 90% of your income that you have to spend, fine. If that good car can fit into the 90% of your income, fine. Then why not enjoy the pleasures and enjoy the life? In fact, life is in the living, as we say. Life is in the living. So whatever desire you have, whatever need you have, if it can conveniently fit into that 90% of money that you have to spend, if it can fit into that 90% of the income that you have to spend, then fine. Go ahead. Do not relent. Make sure you satisfy them, because as some people say, life is too short, so enjoy it, while others say eternity is too long, so prepare for it. Enjoy it if you can. Say, take pen, write all the things the way you like to spend your money on. Once you don't know how much be your income per day, or maybe per week, or maybe per year, take pen. First of all, save your 10%, keep them. Then take your pen, write your 10%, write everything where you want, everything where you desire. Forget them. Na new shoe, na new clothes, na new house, na new motor, na new fridge, na new television, na new flat screen TV. Write them down, write them all. Once you don't write them all, then from that list, start to take the one away you'll be able for succeed, for pay, for buy them. When you spend only 90% of that income, when you spend the remaining amount when you don't already pay yourself and save the 10%, start take the one that you will be able for buy them with that 90%. Start to tick them all. Once you don't succeed for tick them, if na new watch you want them, and if you fit inside that 90%, buy them. If now for drink whiskey, now buy a carton of wine. If you fit inside that 90%, buy them. If now for buy a new house, or buy a new car, or buy a new clothes, or buy a new shoe, or buy expensive rubbing oil, buy iPhone Max, if you fit inside that 90% of your income, then no problem. Enjoy yourself. Do it. Then after that, just take your pen and cancel out. Take your pen and cancel out those things that cannot fit into that 90% of your income. Because if you end up buying those things, ladies and gentlemen, you will not be able to make wealth. You'll not be able to make wealth, and you will not be able, ladies and gentlemen, to keep wealth, and you'll not be able to make that wealth work for you. Wait till we mean? That means say, if you spend all things where you earn them, you're not able to make money, you're not able to keep money, and you're not able to make that money work more money for you. Yes, that is it. That is the technique. That is the technique. That is it. Take your time. Decide that you want to be wealthy. Decide that I'll pay myself first. Anything I earn, I go first pay myself by saving 10%. Then from there I go enjoy my life. I will enjoy my life, but I will make sure that I will spend now only the 9/10 of the money while they earn them. 10%, I don't keep them for some side. Then I will control my expenditures them, make them fit for inside this 90%. I will control my expenditures them, make them fit for inside this 90%. Let's get to our turntables once more. To Clinton, I want you to give us Sung Me. I think Sung Me should be in that track. Sung Me by Young Holiday. Young Holiday are one of the most incredible, amazing, conscious rappers we have in this country. Conscious rapper. Okay, we don't have that. Do we have any track in there by Young Holiday? If not, then give us something inspiring, something motivating from the list we have for today.
All around there is darkness and fear. All around there is sorrow and pain. Oh, it's like fighting with a gator. Hey, trying to get some paper. You don't know if you live long enough to spend. 'Cause people are dying, babies are crying. It's like the world is ending, and the lights getting deeper, with hearts getting colder. It feels the world is ending, but in between the tears we still smile. Worlds of sorrow punctuated with laughter. And sometimes I ask myself, who gave you the right to be happy? Gave you the right to be alright? Gave you the right to be you? What gives you the right to be happy? Gives you the right to be alright? Gives you the right to be you? Dead people don't laugh, and so I will. Dead people don't smile, yes, so I will. They don't got no hope, but I do, and that is all that I need. I'll be happy. After all we got is today. After all we got is today. After all we got is today. After all we got is today.
After all we have is today. Nobody has to give you the right to make wealth. Nobody has to give you the right to keep wealth, and nobody has to give you the right to make the wealth work for you. You have to just decide to pay yourself first. You have to just decide to control your expenditures. Only on FM 98.5 Mottanni, your motivational talk show. You're listening to Joyce Babatunde, our own Joyce Babatunde, one of the greatest artists we have in this Northwest. Yes, nobody has to give you the right to be happy. You have to make the choice.
Who gave you the right to be happy? Gave you the right to be alright? Gave you the right to be here? Come tell me, do you want? Gives you the right to be happy? Gives you the right to be alright? Gives you the right to be here? After all we got is today. Hey, after all we got is today. Oh, after all we got is today. After all we got is today. I'll be happy. Oh, I'll be happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. I'll be happy today.
Thank you, Joyce Babatunde. Thank you for that amazing one, Sela. Who nobody has to give you the right to be happy. Nobody has to give you the right to be here. You just have to take your space. You just have to be happy. You just have to make the choice to be happy. Despite the precarious situation we are going through in the northwest and the southwest region, despite the fact that we have lost loved ones, despite the fact that the business is not going as it used to be, it is time to change strategy. It is time to be happy. It is time for new beginnings. It is time for new beginnings, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this just reminds me of the Black Swagger Poetry Slam show that will be taking place this Sunday at Cube Restaurant and Luge at Customs Junction Upstation. Gate fee is just 2,000 francs. Come for and get a new beginning. The theme for Black Swagger Poetry this month is new beginning, ladies and gentlemen. So make it a rendezvous, 3 p.m. on the Sunday, Cube Restaurant and Luge Upstation, and enjoy new beginnings as the poets and the artists are going to thrill you into a new beginning this 2020. Don't wait to be given the right to make wealth. You have to just, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be able to practice these principles. There is no magic to it. There is no magic. The wealthy man you see out there has the same 24 hours like you. The wealthy man you see out there has the same blood flowing through his veins. The wealthy woman you see out there has the same troubles, the same challenges like you. But they are steadfast and focused on the fact that they want to be wealthy, and they have decided to practice the principles. Paying themselves first, controlling their expenditures. Another question that we might some you will keep asking yourself is, you will keep making the statements like, okay, I am a free man. I believe it's my right to enjoy the good things of life. So do I enslave myself to a budget that determines how much I spend when and on what? I feel like it will take much pleasure from my life. Those are questions we will ask ourselves. Those are statements some of us are making out there. And the guy say better the maker. So I be free man, and I know say I get to enjoy life. So why I go put myself, why I go constrain myself for spending just 90% of my budget? Would that if I do and so, how I do enjoy my pleasures for life? You know, constrain me from enjoying the pleasures of life. I don't talk say if anything will be pleasurable for you, if you fit into the 90% of the money where you earn them, then no stop yourself. Enjoy it. But the truth is, remember that in order to get tomorrow what others won't have, you must be willing to do today what others won't do. In order to get tomorrow what others won't have, you must be willing to do today what others won't do. In order to be wealthy tomorrow, you must be willing to save today, unlike the majority of people. That's what you have to tell yourself every day. I want to be different from others tomorrow. So what are you doing differently today? Yes, you want to enjoy yourself. You want to go out, go joker for G4B. You want to go out, go joker for Dreamland. You want to go out, go dance for Manjong. That's fine. If it fits into the 90% of your budget, that's very fine. Yes, but remember that majority are doing it and they are not saving. And tomorrow, while others are investing the money in which they saved, what most people will do is they will sit behind and call you names. They will sit behind and call you as we call our pigeon young man. They will sit behind and call you a thief. They will sit behind and call you an embezzler. They will sit behind and start looking for funders instead of investors, because they were not able to save a token of what they earn. So ladies and gentlemen, because I know you're listening to Mottanni today, and I believe that you want to make a lot of living, a lot of meaning, a lot of money, and a lot of impact in the community, choose today, choose you this day to save 10% of whatever you earn. Choose you to this day to make sure that your expenditures, your desires, your wants, and your needs should fit into at most 90% of what you earn. Choose you this day. The choice is entirely yours. Eat now and stay hungry for life, or save now and grow and be able to acquire whatever you want to acquire in the future. As we are growing, ladies and gentlemen, better phones will be coming out, better flat screen TVs and bigger ones will be coming out, better clothes, better shoes, better washes, better everything will be coming out as we are growing. But the idea is that 10% you save today is a slave that will work more money for you in the future to be able to purchase the better versions of the things that entice you today. So make that choice. Make that choice. The third thing you have to do now, ladies and gentlemen, third principle you have to practice in order for you to be able to make wealth, keep it, and make the wealth work for you, is that you have to learn to put the money you have saved, make sure you put that money somewhere that it works for you, that it works more money for you. Money in the bank is of no use if it's not working money for you. Saving the 10% of your income every month is just the first step. The most important step is to be able to invest it. Somebody says, put each money to laboring, that it may produce its kind, even as the flocks of the field, and help bring to thee income, a stream of wealth that shall flow constantly into your purse. That means the 10% that you save, that you've been saving, make sure you look for profitable investments that you can put into it to make sure that the money keeps increasing and keep flowing into your pocket. What do you mean? Once you don't save the 10%, once you don't control your expenditures to fit 90% of your budget, the next thing you have to do is that you must look for profitable investment. And as we talked last week, no invest money for thing where you don't know. No invest money for thing where you don't know. If you are investing into something, find person where he be involved in that thing. No go ask jewelry man how much or how to invest in the clothes business. No go ask jama seller how you feel carry out if you enter into the watch business. No go ask taxi driver how you feel be enter into the wine business. Get to the wine person and find out. If you want to do a call box, get to the call box person and find out. If you want to do a Momo, get to the MTN office or the Orange office and find out. Don't get to any other person who is not doing that same thing. That is how you prevent your money. That's how you make the money work for you. Make the money work for you so that each and every day the money keeps increasing. Or each and every month the money that money that you've been saving is working more money for you while you are even resting. Like the Mark Zuckerberg, anytime we browse Facebook, what happens? His account is being credited. So that money that you're saving is to help you be able to invest in places where you cannot be there for the moment, so that even though you're not there, that money is able to work more money for you. That money is able to work more money for you. That's how it works. That's how it works. So you have to do it that way. Put the money somewhere that can generate more money. The money, the income, that 10% of the income that you save is a slave to work for you. Once that 10% of the income is a slave to work for you, once you invest it and it makes more money, continue to invest more. Continue to invest more. Continue to invest more so that more money it makes, so that the money that was worked by the 10% continues to work more money and more money for you, and that's how you build wealth. Don't just at the first instant, once you have saved the 10% of your income and invested it and it just works a little interest, the next thing you're doing is you remove it and you start buying new clothes, new shoes, new telephone, new car and every that. No, it doesn't work that way. You must be able to amass the wealth in such a way that you have to amass that wealth in such a way that once you are able to buy something like a flat screen TV, let it be that the money you have invested should be able to generate more money for you to be able to maintain that flat screen TV. The money you've invested should be able to should be able to, ladies and gentlemen, make more money for you to be able to maintain that new house, that new car that you have bought. So before you buy a new car, make sure you have a lot of investments. You should have a lot of investments that will be able to maintain that car that you have bought. So that is it for the program of today. Principle number 1, pay yourself first. Save at least a tenth of whatever you earn. Principle number 2, control your expenditures to fit 90% of your budget or 9/10 of your budget. Principle number 3, make sure to invest that amount that you have saved. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the last soundtrack for the day. It will come from Chantal Travolta, one of our own artists in the Northwest. She's telling you this one, Yekele, and when we come back, we are concluding the program.
Chantal Travolta. I don't be wonder out of here, if not under out of here. Cause the life they bring me pain, it did pain me at a curse. I don't think of tomorrow, the future is narrow. We all behind the shadow, what we know get no hero. With the spoiler, with the fix am, with it happen, with the see am, but we know get more for talk. Now on them more for talk. I say na yekele, 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 yekele woman. There's no easy way, you must join the struggle, yeah. Oh na yekele, 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 yekele woman. Yeah, my road, feel my ride. I say na yekele, 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 yekele woman. Yeah, I see my light, yeah. Fine palava, na day you go see wahala. Na matter heavy like bad cassava. Two things don't last and they all come to pass. Because you have a house does not mean you're free from harm. What are the things that matter when we care for little things? Is it the air? Is it the life? Is it the battle that we have to fight? Is it you? Is it me? Oh, na yekele, 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 yekele woman. There's no easy way, you must join the struggle, yeah. Oh, na yekele, 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 yekele woman. Yeah, my road, feel my ride. I say na yekele, 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 yekele woman. Yeah, my cry, see my light, yeah. Only your hustle give you muscle without workout. You can live for quarter, then they call you say drop out. Monday end, landlord don't tell you for back out. Now for them, my brother, you gon' know say I don't back. No weapon against me shall prosper. I dey grow, I don't draw my roster. You know if you send me from Banda, then carry ladder go. I'm a fine way, come on, even if I follow Raddy Ho. Inside my son, I the fish.
You're listening to Chantal Travolta in that one, Yekele. You can always get it on YouTube, or Yekele by Chantal Travolta.
Yekele, yekele, yekele woman. There's no easy way, you must join the struggle, yeah. Oh, na yekele, 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 yekele.
Mami, hotani, hotani, hotani.
You must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. Gain control over the money you earn, or the lack of it will forever control you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Mottanni on FM 98.5, the radio for peace and development, benefiting from the technical and experiential assistance of To Clinton and our own station boss, Real Our Mika Power. Special thanks to Yems Group Incorporated, our enterprise developer, Curious Minds Book Clubs, and the Greens International for contributions, and to continue to stay unstoppable, relentless, and inspired to be more and achieve more. Get to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest with the handle Mottanni, MO20A twin N I. And for your conferences and seminars, you can get to me on WhatsApp or Telegram, 695-614-947. 695-614-947. Until next edition, ladies and gentlemen, bask in the flame of your own greatness. And Mia, Nkakatonto, Periwo, Periwe, Ayongna, Neki, Jika.